Okay, what we're going to see in this clip is Director Prosser talking about this whole process. Now, Prosser's kind of an interesting character, if you ask me. He's like the opposite character of Stovall. You know, Stovall, you can't tell whether he's really putting on a show or really sincere. He's like a showman. Stovall's like the guy that sells you the used or the new car. You know what I mean? Stovall's one of those personalities that he can sell you anything. That's what I think. Stovall could make $1 million in sales if he was a salesman. Whereas Prosser, on the other hand, has this genuine quality to him. I've seen him in different appearances, and he seems like he actually has some genuineness when he speaks. He also talks about the relief that he feels that it's not a controversial budget, and I don't know. Listen to this clip, and then I'll comment on it.
Second, everything that Board Member Stovall has said. Also, want to indicate that it's really good. It's a relief to everybody to have a budget that is far less controversial than it was last year. We're glad for that breather. But too often we look at budgets on year to year, and that's how agencies get into trouble. I've seen that through my entire career. The strategic financial planning process that we are going through here, I think, is crucial. I do see challenges in the future, and every decision I make related to the budget and level of service, revenues, I'm always looking in the long term, because if we can't sustain this operation in the long term, everybody fails. This region fails. It's that important. So, this year we have a little bit of a breather, but we still have challenges ahead of us. And I think this board, I know this board, is committed to working on those challenges and solving those challenges. And it's not going to be easy. There's still going to be tough decisions ahead. But I do think that we have the commitment and the willingness to solve those problems. And it's not going to happen today. It's not going to happen tomorrow, but it will happen.
My personal opinion about his little speech here. He talked about, this year we have a little breather here. I think that they absolutely had to do that. I think that the management, having been exposed as hypocrites that they are for giving themselves a raise, had to now give something to the public in the form of, oh, we don't need to raise your fares right now, okay? I think the management, who controls the whole process, really decided to not fuck with the riders right this time around, okay? Even though last time it was a whole big deal, then all of a sudden, 1 year later, everything is fine. And Opal, to their credit, called them on the bullshit last time. Nobody listened to them except for me. And they were right all along. And this year, they're not playing that game again because they were caught last year. And then they were caught with their hands in the cookie jar anyway. He talks about sustaining Trimet. Well, you know what? People don't seem to understand what really happened here. Trimet is not sustainable because of management decisions. Fred Hansen added a green line, a yellow line, and a red line, and a west. He added and Fred didn't want the streetcar, but it was added. So that's 5 additions to Trimet services over the course of 10 years, costing millions and millions and millions of dollars. And they wonder why they're in a pickle right now. They're in a pickle because they're overextended, okay? They overextended themselves, and they're still overextending themselves. They're building a whole nother, we've already talked about that, a whole nother MAX line. And, of course, they want to take away as much benefits as they can from us because, well, they give themselves raises, of course. It makes a great distraction from the public for them and get them through this next phase of building. Although their actual incompetence is on display for everybody to see, it doesn't seem to get through well enough. So, I mean, Prosser's talking about sustainable. Well, we know he's hinting at the union. They're all hinting. He didn't say it. but it was there. And anybody that understands this Trimet issue knows that that is a smokescreen. The Blue Cross is a smokescreen. They're trying to force this down our throats by using public opinion. You know, there's a worldwide movement against unions right now, and they're getting away with it everywhere because the public is apathetic here. In this country, the public, you know, we got this left-right paradigm that everybody, oh, the union members are lazy bums, ridiculous shit you hear on those, on some of those, like the Oregonian, some of that stuff you hear. People don't get it, but I don't know. I think that Prosser may be one of the more sincere of the board members.